I love testing out new perfumes and I love discovery sets of perfume brands. So I thought I could do brand reviews regularly, maybe even weekly, let's see, of all the discovery sets that I have. And if we are done with all of my discovery sets, then we can continue with all of the samples that I have, because I have quite a grand collection. And I thought it would be a nice beginning to start with Goldfield and Banks, because I think this is the best looking discovery set that I've ever received. I've ordered so many, and a lot of them are just not as exciting and luxurious as I would have liked them to be. But this does not disappoint. Let's start. So I just open it up and you get a paper which looks absolutely beautiful. They are from Australia, and in here you have all of the scents that are in the discovery set. There are all the notes and all of the accords and all of the vibes. I think it's just beautiful, even with pictures that match the scents. It's so beautiful. And then in here you have all of the scents, and you even get test strips, which I think is so nice. I've never used them. I have my own like this, and I've never used them. I don't know, I saved them for a special day. Maybe today, I'm not too sure. But this is how, in my opinion, every brand should do it. It's just such a nice execution. So look and feel is a 10 out of 10. But what about the perfumes? Let's start here with Blue Cypress. And actually the brand sent me this one in a full bottle, which I'm very thankful for. And I think this is my favorite Goldfield and Banks perfume, and it is so underrated. But let's tell you what it smells like. This is a beautiful freshie. It's perfect for a hot summer day. To me, it smells like cucumber and mint, maybe a little bit of eucalyptus. It has like a salty vibe to it, and it gives me a lot of energy. It's such a happy scent. Definitely an aquatic scent, and definitely, because I think of the herbs, it's a little bit more unisex. This has notes of lavender, star anise, clove, patchouli, but I smell so much more. I think the notes sound very spicy and deep, and maybe more for like fall weather, but it's not. It's really fresh and aquatic and green and happy and so light. The only thing is longevity and sillage are just okay. I have to respray this definitely throughout the day. Let's continue with Velvet Splendour, and I'm gonna pull this one out and spray it because I haven't sprayed it in a while. Goldfield and Banks to me is a brand of very fresh scents, not too much deep and dark scents. There's one that is very much so. I think Goldfield and Banks has a lot of more fresh but kind of vintagey scents. And this one is a perfect example. Velvet Splendour has notes of mimosa, orange blossom, sandalwood, vetiver, heliotrope, jasmine, mandarin orange, leather, tonka bean. And I've told you before, jasmine is a note that is either very creamy and elegant and for me super beautiful and light, or it's really heady, headache inducing and just cloying. And this one unfortunately is the latter. To me it smells like a very vintagey, powdery jasmine perfume. I detect aldehydic freshness and cleanliness, which gets stronger with time, and it doesn't have this really strong heady jasmine if you let it sit for a while, and it becomes much more soft. But it's still not a perfume that I would wear because I'm not the biggest fan of aldehydic perfumes in general, which is why Chanel, for example, is a brand that I haven't been into as much, because I do feel like they are similar to this. So it's a very elegant, very mature scent, definitely very nicely made if you like scents like that. But to me, it's just too much, especially in the beginning. When I just sprayed it, I got a headache. And now that I smell it, it gets more soft and soft and soft and much more pretty to me, but still it's just too powdery aldehydic for me. And I told you that to me it is a fresh scent, but still the longevity is quite good. Just the sillage is okay, but a little bit more strong than the blue cypress. Let's continue with white sandalwood. I love the note of sandalwood, so I was very excited to try that one. So let's spray. Okay, so this one reminds me of the Velvet Splendour. They are the same type of scent in that it has some freshness in it. It has some retro vibes. It is definitely elegant and mature. It's not too playful. I like it more. And it is a rose scent. So in here you have thyme, you have Turkish rose, sandalwood, saffron, amber, and pepper. And I don't know why, but it reminds me of something that I smelled when I went to like a hardware store, you know, like those big hardware stores where they have a lot of raw woods and machines and whatever, and maybe like a mix of all of that to me smells a little bit like that, which is not a bad thing actually. I like that. But it's a nice, interesting scent, but still nothing that I would wear. To me, in the dry down, it's like a delicate rose in a vintage soap in a really beautiful hotel that looks like a castle in the south of France. That's what it smells like. It's very nice. It's just not my type of perfume. White sandalwood also has a good longevity, but not a great sillage. It's okay, more of a skin scent. So let's jump into this one, which looks like a potion or something. I love the color. It's called Southern Bloom. So this one is nice. When I smelled it, the first second I smelled it, it immediately reminded me of Black Orchid. So if you love Black Orchid from Tom Ford, you will most likely love this one. If you don't, stay away. But like the other ones that I just told you about, it's very soft and creamy and delicate. And Black Orchid, to me, I have it in my collection, most of the time is too much for me and I just get drowned in it. And this one is much more subtle. It's very sexy, but subdued. I love it. I like this one a lot. I would wear it maybe in the evening, maybe in spring or in the fall. Yeah, that's where I see it. It has some sandalwood, iris, ylang ylang, coconut, blackcurrant. It also has jasmine sambac. And the coconut is the note that makes it really creamy. It has a tropical feeling because of the ylang ylang and the coconut together with the white flowers. But it's still not too much because it has some depth. Maybe it's the vetiver. If they would have like a really small size, maybe like a 15 milliliters or 30 milliliters of it, I would definitely order the one, but I just know that I will not go through a whole bottle of the Southern Bloom, because for me it's just a very special and special occasion type of scent. Southern Bloom is definitely not as strong and in your face as Black Orchid, which I like, but still the longevity and sillage are good. Okay, so now we are in the middle, and this one I have in a full size as well. And it is called Desert Rosewood. And this, it's very, very near to a masterpiece to me. It's just so special and it smells like nothing I have ever smelled before. It has some fall sandalwood, patchouli, cardamom, mandarin orange, benzoin, and vanilla. Desert Rosewood smells like the desert. It smells dry and warm and super mysterious. I smelled it on a friend of mine and she was smelling so sexy and mysterious. It reminds me a little bit, I have a perfume from Min, New York. It's a musk scent, but this takes another turn because this has super creamy vanilla in it and it's much more deep and resinous and spicy. This perfume is strong. Longevity, strong. Sillage, strong. I use one, maybe two max sprays for this. Otherwise, I would get a slight headache, I would think. And it is definitely not a summer perfume to me. It's much more fall, winter, or evening vibes. But it is such a nice, special perfume. And when I tested it in the discovery set, my mind was blown because all of the other ones are quite similar and they go hand in hand. But this one is like on another level to me. So let's continue with Pacific Rock Moss. I think this perfume is the most liked and most known from the brand. And it is very lovely, very fresh and aquatic and citrusy and green. It is similar to my beloved Blue Cypress, same kind of direction, but to me it definitely smells a little bit more masculine. The first thought that I had was Wood Sage and Sea Salt by Jo Malone. If you like that scent, you will love that one, especially maybe if you like something that leans a little bit more masculine, but it's still quite unisex. It's a very fresh aquatic scent that smells like you're coming freshly out of the shower. You definitely smell the herbs in the background. And I feel like it is quite synthetic. For myself, I do not see it, but I love scents like that on my husband. And I would definitely get it for my husband and maybe wear it a couple of times. But it's very beautiful. Longevity and sillage, however, are, like most freshies, okay, not that good. Let's continue with Sunset Hour. This is a fragrance that the brand also sent to me, and I have to say, I have been testing it out on my skin for a couple of times because it's so hyped and everybody loves it, but I'm just unsure. I'm just so unsure about this one. It's a very fruity scent. It has raspberry in it, pear, Italian mandarin orange. It has some green mango, which sounds amazing, and coconut cream, ginger, jasmine sambac. In the base, it's very creamy and resiny with cashmere and benzoin and sandalwood, which sounds amazing. And it is a very fruity, slightly flowery scent, which is a DNA that I tend to have a problem with a lot of times, especially if the perfume tends to lean a little bit on the synthetic side, which to me this one also leans. To me, this smells like a really creamy pear dessert, like something thicker than a Greek yogurt. What could that be? Something, in Germany we have something, it's called Fruchtzwerg, and this is exactly what it smells like to me in the beginning. You can Google that. It's something that the kids used to get a lot. I ate it a lot when I was little and I loved them, and this smells like it. But it has something very synthetic about it, which doesn't make it too round and smooth to me. And then in the background, it definitely has some Baccarat Rouge 540 vibes to me. It definitely comes in the base. And I don't know about you, but here a lot of people wear BR 540 or something similar to it. So I smell it almost every day and I kind of can't smell it anymore. So every time something has just like a similar vibe to it, I'm like, I can't wear it. Maybe just not right now. But I think if I would look past it, it is a very nice scent. However, for me, it's not smooth enough and a little bit sharp, which is why I tend to get a little bit of a headache. So unfortunately, I haven't been wearing it that much. But maybe something will change and I will wear it a lot more. in the future. The next one is Bohemian Lime, which sounds amazing to me. And this is a beautiful vetiver fragrance. Oh my god, a lime vetiver fragrance. My husband loves vetiver scents, so I have a variety at home to smell and compare. And at first I was head over heels. I was like, you have to get it. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It has finger lime in it, cedar, sandalwood, bergamot, coriander, and vetiver. Everything I love in a fragrance. It's so citrusy and fresh. It has some woody notes in the background. It's green, a little bit of spiciness coming through from the coriander, and a beautiful fresh sour bergamot. The only thing is, throughout wearing it, it suddenly changed into like a very generic shower gel, on my skin at least. I don't know if this happened for someone else, and if it would stay like that, it would be maybe even my favorite or one of my favorites from the brand. But because it turned on me like that, it's just okay. But what I loved about it is, I think maybe because of the vetiver, the longevity is actually good. Just the sillage is a bit more close to you. And the last one in the Discovery set is called Wood Infusion. Let's put this one back in here. This is the first scent I tested from them because I had like a perfume subscription. So let's refresh my scent memory. I ordered it for me in the subscription, but I immediately thought, no, this is too masculine for me. I didn't like it on my skin. I could definitely see it on my husband. So let's see what's inside. There is sandalwood in it and patchouli. And to me, it is a scent surrounding patchouli. It has some orange and amber, lavender, woods, iris, musk, and oud. To me, it doesn't really smell of oud. It doesn't have this like really strong deepness. I'm not a patchouli lover, but I love the patchouli in here because it's not this very earthy and slightly dirty patchouli. It's a very fresh patchouli. The patchouli I like. And it's also made quite a bit more fresh because of the orange notes. And so I do feel like it is a everyday scent. I could see it as an office scent. It's slightly creamy because of the sandalwood. And so it is not a scent that I smell every day, but it still is crowd pleasing and an easy grab for an everyday office scent, like I said. Also, the longevity is good and sillage is also good, which is nice because a lot of times the brand doesn't have the strongest longevity and sillage, and this one has. I think it's just perfect as an everyday office scent. If you like more masculine scents, just also not for me. So these are all the perfumes that I have for you today. Let me know which one is your favorite. I know that the brand has some other fragrances as well, and they launched another line as well, but I haven't tried those yet. Let me know if you want a part 2 with all of the other new scents that I haven't tried out with you today. But my favorite one is the Blue Cypress if you want something really fresh for the summer, something that makes you happy, and for fall, winter, Desert Rosewood. And if you have those two, you're good to go because you have something for the warmer days, something for the colder days, or something for the day and something for the night. They are beautiful, nice. I love them. Great quality. Okay, so that's the video. Let me know what you thought of the idea. And if I should continue with another brand, let me know which brands you want me to review for you guys. And as you can see, I'm not one to just say only positive things about every perfume because that's just simply not realistic. I'm not going to identify with every single perfume that I'm going to test, and I think it's just important for you to know what I like, what I don't like, why I don't like maybe certain perfumes or certain notes or accords, so that you will know at the end of the day, okay, that sounds like a perfume I want to try, or maybe I'm going to stay away from that one. And yeah, I hope we will find a lot of beautiful perfumes together. So see you next time. Bye bye.